Move over Sherlock, because a new detective is in town today. Now, don't get me wrong, Sherlock Holmes might be smart, but he's actually a lightweight compared to a detective you've probably never heard of. Take a look at Randolph Carter. Holmes solved murders. Hercule Poirot figured who poisoned the champagne. Randolph Carter went head to head with the cosmos itself. Moriarty as an antagonist? Cute. Try an unknowable entity from beyond time. Today, in the first episode of Forgotten Characters of Fiction, we are diving into H.P. Lovecraft's dream haunted investigator who makes other detectives look like they're still in the junior year of detective college. Check out his story on the other side of this intro. Welcome to a new series where we dig up epic fictional characters that literature kind of buried. They don't have movie franchises or Netflix adaptations, but trust me when I say that they are just as fascinating and sometimes even weird. Randolph Carter is the kind of detective who wouldn't ask who killed the butler. He'd rather ask what if the butler was a shape-shifting demon older than our sun itself. Carter makes his debut in The Statement of Randolph Carter in 1919 by H.P. Lovecraft. In it, he and his thrill-seeking friend Harley Warren decide to explore a crypt because hobbies were limited before the invention of TikTok. Warren goes inside with a lantern while Carter stays above ground, and they keep in touch with a phone line. What Carter hears are screams and descriptions of something undescribable, and then silence. Boom! Trauma unlocked. That's Carter's origin story. Not a solving a crime, but surviving an experience that makes him the ultimate paranormal witness. So why did Lovecraft invent this guy? Well, Carter is basically a self-insert. Scholars say he is the character Lovecraft used to work through his obsessions with dreams, lost civilizations, and the idea that reality is way too big for our little monkey brains to handle. Where Holmes represents logic and deduction, Carter represents imagination, dreams, and dread. Think of it like this: if Holmes is Apple Notes, clean and simple, Carter is Tumblr at 3 a.m., moody, chaotic, and absolutely full of eldritch vibes. But Carter is no one-hit wonder by any means. He shows up in multiple stories, and each time his world gets bigger and stranger. The Statement of Randolph Carter was followed by The Unnamable in 1925. Here, Carter argues with a friend about whether horrors can be described. Spoiler, they can't. Then both of them are immediately attacked by something unnameable. That's like saying that ghosts aren't real, and then Casper suddenly comes and licks your popsicle. This was followed by The Silver Key in 1926 and Through the Gates of the Silver Key in 1934. In the film, Carter is having a full midlife crisis. He is 30-something and has lost the ability to dream of magical worlds, and he feels stuck in the boring adult life of reality. But instead of a therapy or a gym membership, he finds a literal silver key that lets him access dream dimensions. Self-care, but at a cosmic level. In Through the Gates of the Silver Key, Carter levels up. Written with E. Hoffman Price, this novella takes him past dreamlands into full-on cosmic horror. He travels to multiple dimensions, seeing alien races, and basically becomes Doctor Strange before Marvel ever thought of it. Except, instead of saving the day, he loses himself in the cosmic infinite. Classic Carter move, by the way. You're thinking, this does not sound like a detective. It sounds like some guy tripping on mushrooms. And you're not exactly wrong, because Lovecraft frames Carter as an investigator of reality itself. Every story is him piecing together truths humans were not designed to know. He's doing detective work, just not the kind you can publish in a police report. Side note, Garth Nix took some inspiration in one of the characters he made, that being Sir Magnus Holmes, presented as the cousin of Sherlock Holmes. His stories are The Case of Somewhat Mythic Sword in 2020 and The Curious Case of Moon Dawn Daffodil's Murder, both of which show him investigate murders that involve supernatural elements, like poisonous flowers, curses, and the works of the mythic and the divine. These Nick's characters echo Randolph Carter in how supernatural isn't just flavor and breaks the logic table. Magnus isn't a Holmes-type detective who deduces clues. He's dragged into the weird and has to rely on arcane lore, magic, and survival instincts, much like Carter. What makes Carter an inspiration for the wild writers and detectives? Carter doesn't say case closed. He would rather say case blown wide open with a possible curse. He's not busting criminals, he's busting his own sanity and saving everyone from the unknown. So that's Randolph Carter, the detective who did not solve murders but went looking for the truth behind reality itself. If Holmes is the detective of logic, Carter is the detective of nightmares. So, until next time, like and subscribe to The Lit